guys, it's Tatijana and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a highly requested one based on my everyday makeup routine. This is just typically my go-to glam, super quick and easy. It's like a 10 to 15 minute makeup application, which is amazing. So I'm going to show you guys what my key products are and what I like to use for my skin type and what sort of tools and stuff that I would recommend as well. Okay, so first things first is prepping. So you obviously really want to prep your skin as much as you can before applying makeup, because obviously when you prep your skin, that's when your makeup will actually last a lot more longer and have more durability throughout the day as well. So for me, because I need to have a lot of hydration in my skin, I would highly recommend something that's infused with coconut or anything that's infused with hyaluronic acid as well. That will also help quench your skin. So I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer, for instance, and I'm just going to warm it up in my hands and spread it all onto my skin, just like how I apply a moisturizer. Okay, so once that's all done, because I already prepped my skin, the primer is really going to sink into my skin and become a lot more hydrating. So by the time I finish doing my eyes, my skin will be all nice and hydrated by the time I do my foundation. The product that I'm going to be using to fill out my brows is the Precise My Brow Pencil by Benefit. I love this product lately. I'm not sure why. I think it's because I'm so used to using the Anastasia pomade. Really good to just switch up some products every now and again. I'm just going to brush up my brow hairs just so they really stay in place. And then using the other side, it's the wax side, I'm just going to literally fill them in. And the good thing is about this product as well is it's double-ended, so it's got the spoolie on the other side. So if you do apply a little bit too much product and you decide, you can also just diffuse it out with like an eraser and it just fades away, which is really good. My brows are all done and defined. It's definitely looking more fuller than what it was, which is what we want. So the next product I'm going to be using is my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setting Gel. So I'm just going to brush that through my brow hairs, and this is just going to set my brow hairs in place throughout the day just so it doesn't move, and it gives the illusion that your brow hairs are a lot more fuller and fluffier. Next thing that I'm going to do is carve out my brows. So I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to do that. I'm just going to quickly do this off camera because it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I'm done. Okay, so I carved out my brows and this is what it's looking like at the moment. As you can see, it's super defined now. I also bring the concealer down on my lids as a primer as well, just so when we do our eyeshadow has something to stick to. So for the eyeshadow palette, the one that I'm going to be using today is the Tartelette Blurt palette. Looks like this. It's a super tiny palette. That's why I actually love it, because it's super easy to travel with. It's got really beautiful warm brown tones as well. So if you're wanting to get a small like travel size palette that has perfect warm tones, this is the palette to use, honestly. And it's actually so cheap. I think it's like $30 for this small little cute palette. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's called Hot Line. I'm going to be using this shade in my crease area. So I'm going to be warming up and defining my crease. So I'm literally just going to messily blend that in from inner corner to outer corner, and just in circular motions up towards my brow bone, just so I can define my eye space a little bit more. This is sort of like contouring and structuring your eyelid, if you will. So I'm just going to bring that shade all the way down towards the tail of my brow. I'm not going to elongate my eye shape because this is more of an everyday look for like work or anything like that. This is super easy, or even if you're wanting to go out for a dinner date or something like that, this is super easy to do. It doesn't take long. Like obviously in the tutorial that I'm doing right now, because I'm explaining it to you guys, it'll take a little bit longer, but this is honestly like a 10-minute look. Not even. Okay, so this is what my eyeshadow is looking like at the moment. It's super smoked out and it's becoming more warmer. I want a little bit more definition with my eyeshadow, so I'm going to go in with this shade here called Playful. It's like a mocha chocolate brown shade, and I'm just using the same brush that we used with our crease. I'm going to tap the excess as well, and I'm just going to place that right on my lid, all over the lid. And this is such a simple way to do a brown smoky eye, literally like a bronzy sort of smoky look. And I'm just going to pat in that shade all over my lid, and I'm just slowly eventually trying to build it up towards my crease, nothing further, otherwise it'll look like you just use one color. Okay, so we got those two colors down pat. Just be mindful there will be a lot of fallout, like I have a lot of fallout here. That's totally fine, we'll clean all that up later. Anyways, continuing on, I'm just going to continuously blend those two shades together, just so it looks more seamless. Okay, so that's what it's looking like at the moment. I'm just going to clean up all the fallout with using a makeup wipe. Okay, so time for the base of the face. So what I'm going to be using today is my Tarte Base Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Golden. I absolutely love this foundation because it is actually a transfer proof, waterproof and sweat proof formula. So this is your best friend, honestly. It stays on all day, it doesn't move anywhere, and it doesn't sit in your creases as much, and I just love the finish of it. It's such a nice formula. Thing is, with this formula you can build up the consistency if you like to, so you can pretty much alternate or customize your own coverage. So the less you apply, you'll get more of a natural finish. The more product that you will apply, the more coverage you will get. So I'm more of a medium to a full coverage girl, and this is the sort of coverage that I personally prefer. Okay, so to go hand in hand with that foundation, I'm going to go in with the matching Shape Tape Concealer range as well. I actually love the Shape Tape range in Tarte. I think it's the best formulas that I've ever used in makeup, and it's so affordable as well. So when I apply my concealer, I apply it in a triangular sort of shape, because when I do blend it out, I really want that section here to be enlightened. I want to get rid of those dark circles. I'm going to bring it in towards slightly where my nose is, and down the bridge of my nose, and just anywhere else that you'd like to apply concealer as well. Now I'm just going to blend all that out with a beauty blender. Okay, so concealer and my foundation is all blended out, and this is what it's looking like at the moment. I'm loving the coverage and how it looks. So to set everything in place, I'm going to be using my Cover FX translucent powder. A translucent powder works really well if you are wanting to just set your creams in place. So the thing is, if you apply your foundation and your concealer, you apply the translucent powder in order to apply the other powders on top, just so in coincidence you apply your foundation then put a bronzer on top, it's going to get really patchy. So when you apply this powder first, it pretty much locks everything in before you add all the other products on top. So with the translucent powder, I really like to focus it underneath my eye area and my smile lines, and whatever excess product that I have on my sponge, I just pat it all around my face. So I don't like to get any more excess product because I feel like applying a lot of powders makes your skin look quite cakey, and I prefer to use a sponge to blend everything out regarding translucent powders better than using a brush, because I feel like it really gets into the formula of the foundation and concealer a little bit more, and I find that it actually sets into your skin rather than brushing it on top. So if you can get a sponge to blend anything out, it's such a good investment. Honestly, it works so much more better and you'll get so much of a better result when you do your makeup as well. I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder Goddess bronzer. You guys know how much I love this bronzer. One of my favorites that I have in my kit. I am in the shade medium 3D, and I'm just going to focus that product more so towards my cheekbone area, and this will just give us more structure to our face because we've lost all of our definition. So this is pretty much going to define everything back and give us more warmth to our skin. Okay, so once that's done, the next product I'm going to be using is the Marc Jacobs Perfecting Powder. This is a instant blurring beauty powder. I love this stuff. I actually love to use this as more so a contour. So this also does have a bit of luminosity within the formula, and this is quite pigmented, so a little bit really goes a long way, as you can see. I'm just going to apply that on top of my bronzer just to define my cheekbone area a little bit more. Me personally, I really love cinching in my cheeks as much as I can because I just love that slick look. I just feel like it looks amazing. And I'm taking the remainder product on the brush down the bridge of my nose just to contour my nose and on the circumference of my forehead. So next product I'm going to be using is my cream blush. Love this product. I feel like a cream blush on tan to deeper skin tones works amazingly well, only because the pigment is so much more richer in a cream than it is in a powder, and it just looks so beautiful on your skin. It looks more skin-like than powder-like, and it just melts and blends beautifully. So I'm going to take the end of my beauty blender. I literally use my beauty blender for everything with my base. I don't necessarily like to use brushes as much to do my base makeup because I feel like when I use a sponge I get the best result. So I'm just blending my blush all the way up towards my temples and on the apples of my cheeks, obviously. But I never used to be a blush girl, honestly, until like as of recent, and I've just been loving how blush looks. It's such a youthful, simple product. Okay, so once that's all done, I'm actually going to spritz my face by using my Tarte Stay Spray, the Double Duty Beauty Spray. So this is also in collaboration in the Shape Tape range as well. So using a setting spray really helps melt all of the powders that we've used. So it looks a little bit more skin-like, and it just locks everything in place. So it makes your makeup last a lot more longer as well. Okay, next up is highlighter. So I'm going to be using my Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. This is honestly one of my ride or die products ever. Love this. And I'm just going to be using my Pro Fan Brush by Sephora. And I'm just going to apply it on the apples and the highest points of my face. So down the bridge of my nose. Cupid's bow. I like to apply a little bit towards my forehead as well. Okay, another good tip is I really like to use my beauty blender again, just on top of my highlight, because I feel like when you use shiny products, especially on your face, it really defines your pores and texture on your skin. So using this really blends and melts into the cream product. Okay, I'm just going to spritz my face one more time again with the setting spray. And we're just going to finish off our eyes. So I'm going to be using this palette again. And I'm going to be using this Anastasia brush that you get in her palettes. And I'm going to use this Hotline color right here again that we've used, and just pop that right under the lower lash. Okay, and now time for mascara. So I'm going to be using my Tarte Big Ego mascara. I actually love this mascara. This is probably one of the best mascaras that I've used, that I love. And I've never had an issue with it, honestly. So I'm just going to coat my top and bottom lashes. Okay, so mascara is all done, and this is what it's looking like at the moment. Honestly, makes such a big difference. Literally. Okay, so moving on, we're going to finish off this look by my Tarte lip paint. I'm not sure what color this is actually, and I lost the sticker on the bottom, so I actually have no idea what shade this is. But anyways, I think it's like a pinkish nudish color, which ties in really well with the rosiness of our blush. Okay, and I want to add a little bit of lightness to my lips. So I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty Trendsetter matte lipstick. I'm just going to create a little ombre look. Okay guys, that pretty much completes my makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Definitely a makeup look that I do wear on a regular basis, literally all the time, and I really highly recommend these products. They're so affordable and really easy to use as well. So I hope I really taught you guys a bit of techniques as well in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video as well if you enjoyed it. And please stay safe during isolation as well. Hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!